And so one of the things that I like to do if someone's off in the front row of the audience and they're just being disruptive and talking and they're engaged in their own personal conversation with their table, I don't like to just fly off the handle and be like, shut the fuck up. Hey, I'm on stage right now. Hello. I don't like to do that. I think that's really bad form. I see a lot of comedians do that kind of thing, and it's just, whoa, dude, calm the fuck down. Not everybody realizes the exact right way to behave at a comedy show. A lot of the times when I'm performing, I get off stage, I hear this a lot. This is our first time ever being at a live comedy. I hear that a lot. I think probably a lot of people, it is their experience and their first experience at a live comedy show. They don't necessarily say it. So number one, a lot of people don't even really know how to behave when it's live comedy, especially because it comes off as very dialogue, very two-way, very interactive. I'm asking them questions, albeit rhetorical questions a lot of times, but people don't distinguish from that. And a lot of times people don't even necessarily know how loud they're being, especially when alcohol is involved. So I think it's foolish to just fly off the fucking rails right off the bat, which I see a lot of comedians do. They're like, hey man, you need to shut up. You're ruining the most favorite thing that I do in my life. You're ruining my thing. You're ruining me. You're hurting me. It's like, who gives a fuck, dude? You're here to entertain the people. So entertain them, and then maybe this guy will shut the fuck up and you will pay attention. So that's what I try to do. If the guy's talking, they're being disruptive, instead of just flying off the handle, keep it funny. Bring him into the show. Ask him a question. And that's what I do. So I start off the video, asked the dude the question. I was like, so are you married? He's like, no, I'm gay. And then I just went from there. And this dude would not shut the fuck up. When they say gay guys don't like it if you use the word gay to describe something dorky or lame. Well, this dude was both. He was a good sport, but afterwards he was kind of in my face a little bit. That got a little bit annoying. I think that's another story. Tried to shoplift some of my merchandise. I thought that was kind of a jackass move. I'm actually, I don't know. Sometimes I find myself in the minority as a comedian because I'm actually very grateful and appreciative of my hecklers. I don't hate hecklers at all. I think they're all douchebags. I think they're all jackasses. But I'm actually very appreciative and grateful that I do get hecklers. I do like the interaction. I like to go off the script. I've heard all these jokes before. Having a heckler gives me a chance to show off my improv skills to the audience. And afterwards, they're like, that was one of the best parts of the show. A lot of times, that's the one part of the show where, like, you finally make a fucking connection with the crowd. Where it's like, shit, I finally got away from this stilted fucking performance that I've been doing for the last 100 nights in a row. Do something in the moment. And I think that's when the best comedy comes out. So I like hecklers a lot. And I kind of have a 3-part way that I deal with hecklers. Number one, I try to make them a character within the rest of my material later on in the set. So I adopt their voice, I adopt their mannerisms, I maybe adopt some of the things that they've said that night and then repeat those over and over as it fits into the material. That can become a spur of the moment punchline. That's a really good way to handle it. And that way I'm almost heckling myself before they get the chance to do it. Because I know that they're not going to fucking stop. And I'm not going to be a pussy and ask the club to get security to remove them. I like the chance that I'm able to improv and show off those skills with the crowd, like I said. So I want the heckler to stick around. I don't want the rest of the crowd to think that I couldn't handle that shit. So I just make them a character into my show. I heckle me before they get the chance to. And in that way, I'm able to control the dynamics. That goes a long way. That goes a long way to being able to control the heckler dynamics. It's just make them a character within your material.